Well, folks, moving on to Rob Holding. And again, apparently he's in talks to sign a new deal. We did hear this. And my notes are first and foremost, it's his rising status in the side. He's gone from, he had a good spell in the side before his last injury, and it is what it is. And whatever you think about him, I'm not the biggest Holding fan, but he's worked his way. You have to admire hard work. He was linked with moves away. Arteta said just staying, and he's played relatively well, forced his way into the plans, and proved a competent option, in my humble opinion. He is someone I'd be entertain selling, but I don't think he's someone you got to force out. Obviously, we have to be sensible. We've got, again, he's down to the last 2 years of his deal. I mean, I want to see us tying down players. I don't know if Eddie Nketiah is going to make it here long term, but he's contracted until 2022. Are you going to protect his resale value, or are you going to sell him this summer? It's up to you to make sense of it. I think that's extreme cap, but you're allowed your opinion, my dude. Yeah, we have to keep Holding, as I was saying, because you've got these 3 centre halves busting out. Let's be real, 4 centre halves leaving. It is a big turnaround. We need to bring in one. Is what it is. And then again, this is probably going to be our centre half options next season unless something happens. Obviously, it protects he's homegrown. Sorry. So that's a major thing. I also think he's happy to be a bit part player. I don't think anybody's happy to be on the bench and things like that. I don't think he's happy to be on the bench, but some players are happier than others. I don't think Holding doesn't strike me as someone that's going to kick up a fuss. Obviously, we signed him for 2 million, so I can't imagine we're not going to make something back on him or handsome profit, but it protects his resale value. And for me, whether you rate these players or not, you've got to look to renewing someone like Eddie Nketiah's deal, and obviously Rob Holding's. Eddie Nketiah for me as well, because I don't think he's going to make it here long term beyond being a squad player. But that's someone, can you make some profit on him? Again, I want to see proactiveness over everything. Make sure you're hitting the like button, people. Check out the pin message. But yeah, in relation to Rob Holding, let's see what this thing is saying. We looked at the Premier League table. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, the Daily Mail. Rob Holding set to avoid Mikel Arteta's Arsenal cull, with 25-year-old defender close to signing a new long-term deal as the Gunners look to sell Socrates and Mustafi and let Saliba leave on loan. So I'm sure, for me, I'm not going to sit here and cap people. The only thing that I was filled with heart is this. This article was made yesterday, so I'm not too sure what anybody's saying or who's telling the truth. But for what it's worth, Rob Holding, Arsenal are close to agreeing a new contract for centre-back Rob Holding, the 25-year-old who has 1.5 years left on his contract, so not 2 years, I apologise. So Mikel Arteta block a loan move to Newcastle. Now, with a year left, that loan could have probably put him in the shop window, but he's done his thing. Holding's made 17 appearances this season, and yeah, it looks like he'll be remaining at the club. He does do some questionable stuff. You know what it is with Holding? He's one of them weird players, is that you're never really confident. It's not that you're on edge with Holding, but he'll play well and make some good tackles, will do some good passes, and then he'll do something naive. Like he might just, you've seen it in it with Holding's errors and stuff. I think he needs to learn in that. And at 25, I need to see you changing and stuff. I'm not sure that's relevant. Big up Holding for his performance against Chelsea and Brighton. I think they played well. Marie and Holding played well in both games, excluding the penalty from Marie, obviously. So yeah, there's no information in relation to how long the deal is, but for me, logically speaking, you should be trying to get a 4-year deal with an option of a 5, or a 5-year deal, just because you've tied him down now, and we don't have to speak about this again. Holding silly if he signs a 5-year deal, because in the next 2-3 years, look at his age, you're gonna want to get a big deal. What I'll give Holding is that he's 25. I think he should be better than this, but this is when you start seeing defenders turn into someone, sort of thing, and things like that. Really seeing them go up a level and things like that. So yeah, apparently in relation to Socrates, there's no buy option with his stuff to going back to Schalke. So we'll have to see what's there. We're really hoping, everyone touch some wood and cross your fingers and everything, that Kolasinac plays well to the point of he puts himself in the shop windows. Apparently Arsenal are also willing to sell Socrates and Mustafi. Mustafi's made no claim to want to sign that new contract extension. Allegedly he's been linked with Barcelona, so I think that's something he needs to go and do. Socrates has played no football. He needs to keep it moving. And we've spoken about Saliba, people. And looking at it like this, Chambers, I think like Holding, you could keep him part of the squad, but there's just not enough spaces. You know, the homegrown thing could save him, but if we sign a new centre half, man, need to keep it moving. Kolasinac needed to go. You know, there's only one name really. Like, if your name's not William Saliba, you can bust out. I've got time for Ozil. Ozil's a big player in things, but we all know where we're going with him, really and truly. So yeah, congratulations to Holding. I don't think he's a bad player, but I'm never 100% confident with him. I don't think he's first choice quality in a sense. I think he can be rotated and things, but if my life was on the line and stuff, I'm trying to go with something a bit more certified. But you never know. Hopefully, he can keep improving and turn into a certain sort of player. And it's like what Cam said, you know. For me, it's not even the pace. I just find Holding, and I'm sure you will see, I find him very naive with things. He tries some naive passes. You know, he presses at times he's not supposed to press. Things that I feel could have been eradicated if he played more football elsewhere or he had a coach. You know, little things that I'd expect to see in a 19-year-old. I shouldn't see it in a 24, 25-year-old. And like I said, I don't think he's bad, but it is what it is, you know. I hear you, my guy. Big up Live from Planet X. Big up all the members. I really appreciate you guys. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Nicholas, I appreciate that. 6 a.m., you know. Crazy. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Go and have a shower. Go eat some dinner. Man said dinner. Go and eat some breakfast and stuff like that, man. Don't let me keep you, you know. Like you said, nothing is leaked out that that's elite. Nothing's leaked out over Saliba, over any of these players. So we need to be wary of that sort of stuff, in my opinion. Very, very wary. So yeah, man. Big up to Holding, I guess. You know, I always admire everyone. Like, I'm not the biggest Eddie Nketiah fan, but I admire how he's forced his way somewhat into plans this season on the back of last. Now, this is also a similar sort of article. And, you know, certain sort of Arsene Wenger. Move, man. All this ad business. Move, bruv. Unfortunately, no one speaks about the performance of Rob Holding. You should be happy. He's English and 20 years old. I'm sorry he didn't cost 55 million, so he can't be good. Big up Arsene Wenger. But that's not why we're actually here, people. Let's scroll further down. You know, he's never been this flashy type. You know, big up this, you know what? Yeah, again, this is probably some propaganda piece, but you have to admire someone because it's, you know, it's the new year, people. We're all trying to accomplish goals and things. And you look at it, he's made a couple changes in his life and he's seen a bit of an improvement, people. You know, he's focused on self-improvement. One of the players who took up yoga, I think Tierney and Bellerin, I can't be true, did that. He was a Man United fan when he grew up, and that's probably why you see Ryan Giggs. You better not do them Ryan Giggs antics or Wayne Bridge antics in the changing rooms, or someone might have something to say. You know, I'm sure you all saw him doing this on his guitar after the win. Come on, mate. I like it, man. So yeah, I'd rather Holding get a new deal than Mustafi. You know, David Luiz shouldn't have got one last year. Probably back him to sign a new one, sort of thing. And Holding's obviously captained the team. And, you know, to the point where, do you remember the City game where David Luiz played only because Holding was ruled out? And I think Holding's forced his way into the plans. And I have to assume whatever attitude Arteta wants to see, Holding's giving it to him. He said that makes Holding's position at the club even more important. He was recently entrusted with the captain's armband in the Premier League game against Everton, and his leadership skills can be heard in every game he starts. To be fair, he is quite vocal. To be fair to Holding, it's just a consistent over periods because he does do all right in the big games, especially against Chelsea and against City. And we all remember Mertesacker and him against Diego Costa. It's what I want to see over it. Holding does go through good patches. I just want to see a bit more consistency and going up a level. You know, I don't know if he has that in his game. Like I said, for me, beyond being a sort of option in the team, he wouldn't be someone I would be trying to build a consistent top 4 team around. But he's not a bad player, in my opinion. And I don't think I do think fans get onto him a bit unnecessarily, but it is what it is. Apparently, Football London understands that Arteta has been particularly impressed with the improvement in Holding's distribution, which was one trait that he looks for in defenders, obviously, in light with playing out from the back and the rest of that stuff. He had a 93% pass accuracy in the win over Brighton and put in another solid shift, which drew praise from many. While it's not always been easy, it should be noticed that Holding has played with multiple centre-half partners. To be fair, he has proved to be a competent centre-half partner for Gabriel and the rest of it and whatnot. I'm not too sure the different, you know, this isn't really in relation to Holding. It's just there's been too much rotation with our back five, excluding Leno, really and truly. So yeah, shout out to Holding, man. But that's about it in relation to Rob Holding, people. 40 minutes in, Rob Holding and Saliba. Sorry, I'm just making a mental note. What are you lot saying, people? I'm not showing you lot much love, bro. It's a bit of a shaky one, man. You know. I would love him to train with us, but probably there'll be too much speculation as to, oh no, Arsenal are signing him back. There's no creative midfielder. They're bringing him out. They're bringing him out and whatnot. We'll have to see, man. Dirty Gooner, you got a dirty mother. Guess we're two peas in a pod. Hey man, slap the content, man. Come on. Slap the like button, man. Big up you lot for taking me in. Rooster, I'm there, man. I'm good, my guy. I'm good. What are you lot saying in relation to Holding getting a new contract? Are some of you proper against it? Are some of you on it? Let me hear what you lot have to say. Adrian, you're gonna have to scroll back, my guy, for the talk on Saliba. I'm not gonna go over the same things over and over again. What are you lot saying, man? You want to trust me, you know. I mean, Tierney shocks me. Did you see the training pictures, man? You see how cold it is in the UK, man. Out here in shorts and stuff. Tierney needs to stop, bro. Tierney's crazy, like absolutely not. Someone I would want out with me on a night out if things went wrong. Someone that I would want in my dressing room over 38 games. That's something there, man. Hey DG, loving the content, watching a lot of it, especially now I have COVID. I hope you get over the COVID thing, my guy. Wishing you better health. So yeah, man. This is what I'm saying, you know. Bima is saying, you know, Holding is solid, but need that Gabriel Saliba. For me, I want it to be Gabriel / Saliba / a next man. If there's 3 man, you know, if there's 3 man fighting for 2 spots, that's what I want to see. I want 3 decent centre halves that there's not too much in it. Like it can be Gabriel and Saliba, or my man can come in and complicate things. And then I want people to, you know, complement the side. Like I think Holding can complement the side. I don't think I'm throwing him into big games, even though he's done all right. But he's someone you can utilize. Marie, don't know his true level, but is what it is, man. Probably Romario, man. You know, Jack saying he doesn't mind. And that's the problem, my guy. You know, he doesn't. I don't mind him being a squad player. That's what I'm saying. But the problem with Arsenal is, you look at Giroud. Now, people look at Giroud with rose tints. Let's be honest. He was a good player. He was underrated in what he brought to the table. He was not as bad as people made out. But this is where Arsenal's problem is. You look at Chelsea now. Lampard doesn't want to use Giroud. He's a squad player. That's what Giroud should be. You know, the problem is we make players that are squad players, or people that can be utilized in a squad way, where we make them where you have to rely on them. You look even for him for France, you know, he's good in that squad. He's good in the starting lineup because of what he gets the other man out of. But is Giroud there because he's going to make the difference for France, score the goals and things? And I know his record for France is immaculate. I'm not belittling Giroud. I'm making a point about Arsenal putting people in positions that's unfair. They're not relying on him. They're relying on the Griezmanns, on the Mbappes, on the Dembeles, on the Pogbas. He's there and he does his thing. And that's what it is with Giroud. You look at him at Lampard now. Lampard don't want to use him. He's a squad player. For us, we thought Giroud is going to be that 20 league goal man over a 38 game period. And we've done that with Theo Walcott. We've done that with, you know, El Nene now. We've done it previously with Coquelin. Shout out Coquelele. The streets will remember. We take too many squad players and put them in a position of importance where it sets them up to fail, and ultimately it results in mediocrity. He's a squad player at best, but I always find it funny, not UP1, when man say, he's average, or any player now, he's average, he's a squad player. I get that, but you don't need to. You can be average and be a good player, you know? You can be, sort of thing. But squad player at best, like he said, if we tie down this deal, we can always sell him, sign him for 2 million. I'm not gonna complain, really and truly. You know, man, I don't mind him. Do you know what?